Hi all. Guess the question is, can you hear me, see me? I had it all set up ready and suddenly it decided that the streaming software needs updating. They didn't tell me when I set it up. So if you can let me know if you can hear me, see me, let me know if you're there. I'm not sure if that's actually started. Just wait, I suppose. Isn't it marvellous? I accidentally go live and a couple of people join. I plan the live and it goes wrong. It's bound to happen, isn't it? I don't understand why I suddenly need to update software. It should be showing up as live. I wonder. I don't know if that's done anything. Doesn't look like there's anyone around. I don't know what's going on. Hi, Patty. Can you hear and see me? I've got technical problems. I don't. Suddenly saying the software needs updating, and I don't have access to my own webcam, so I don't even know if you can see me. Can you let me know if you can see me and hear me, Patty, please? I don't know what's going on. Okay, you can see and hear me. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. I can't get on my phone, and it's always a bit worrying. Did you watch the coronation? I don't know. Time-wise, I always get really confused who's behind us and who's already done today and they're on tomorrow, kind of thing. I was not going to watch the coronation, but of course I did. You watched it. What did you think? what was your honest thoughts about it? I'm not. I know this will probably lose me, people, but I'm not going to be somebody I'm not. Oh, it was lovely. I'm not going to pretend to be somebody I'm not. I think King Charles, sorry. I think King Charles has the whole Camilla thing. I'm old enough to have remembered Princess Diana, and we've been drip fed the whole thing with Camilla. If they'd said right at the very beginning, she will end up being queen, we would know, wouldn't we? But we were told, I'm talking way back before they got married. We were told they'll never get married. They won't ever get married. They got married. Then we were told she won't ever be queen. And then Queen Elizabeth, the late Queen Elizabeth, said she wanted her to be known as Queen Consort, which is fine. But now she's known as Hi, Miss Madison, hi. So now they're saying King and Queen, and technically it's King and Queen Consort. And I just, English, hi darling, hi. Miss Madison, love your new vid, thank you. We'll talk about that in a bit. So I put up a community post saying that I didn't think there was that much of as loud of a cheer when Charles and Camilla went onto the balcony. Now, of course, he's been king for a couple of hours, but there was enough people there to have cheered louder than they did. Thanks, Miss Madison. Patty, what did you think about the Miss Madison? Did you watch the coronation? Because I'm not saying anything nasty. I'm just giving my opinion, which was it wasn't as loud a cheer. And of course, he hasn't been king for 5 minutes, but he's 74. And I don't want to get political, but he has. And now I've got somebody at the door. Seriously. Sorry. I will be 2 minutes. All right, darling. All right, in you go. Hello. Very much. I've got a clue on my road. There's one child there, so. Thanks very much. Sorry about that. I'm going to see if my glasses are going to help. They shouldn't do because I'm short-sighted, so need the glasses for driving. But let's just see. So we've got Miss Madison, we've got Patty, we've got English. Miss Madison saw clips. Fill me in. Well, that's what I was just saying about the balcony moment. I just felt it was a bit lame considering how many people were there. It was a shame for them. I'm not being nasty or horrible. Obviously, the Queen, built up all those years, didn't she? English is saying, sorry, I think it's a load of BS. Sorry, my opinion. Exactly. We all are entitled to an opinion, and our opinions are not right and they're not wrong. They're our opinion on what we think. Facts are a different matter. Opinions are, we're entitled to them. Patty's saying, I liked the service. My Yorkie was barking with puppy dog. Oh, did he come up here? Could you see him? Or you just heard him barking at the door? They make a great team. Miss Madison's saying, I think, Miss Madison, I haven't seen you before. Do you normally comment? I think people are in two minds about the king. Yeah, and we're allowed to be. You know, he's interfered in politics, which the Queen never ever did. And, you know, I don't think, you know, he's there to serve the people, not to push his agenda forward. That's just what I think. Just seeing if I've missed anything. Miss Madison, I'm a sneaky one. I watch and stay quiet. I apologise. Oh, no worries, darling. No worries. Great to see you, though. May I say you look awesome in red. Oh, thank you. You're lovely. You can stay. It's the new tracksuit from in the sale. Yes, so Patty, you have seen my Dylan Mulvaney video, haven't you? English, I think, did you see it? I'm a bit confused. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it's lost me some subscribers, but that was always the what's that word? Can't think of the word. That was always, hi V, hey, lovely to see you. No, we've just got going. Loads of technical issues, and then someone at the door, of course. How you doing, V? Sorry, Patty, I didn't ask how you were. I didn't ask how English was. I had it all set up to go, and then clicked on the webcam, and it said you can't use this. What? I've used it before. So we're just talking about V, about having opinions of things. We're not wrong, we're not right. We're just having an opinion. Like my nails, I've done one set pink and one set purple. My daughter bought these for me. And I thought, do you know what? I'll just do one hand, one colour, and one the other. You can have an opinion and say, oh, I don't like that. Well, that's fine. Or you can say, well, that's a bit different. Or you could say that I do like it. So any of those opinions are welcome. Do you know what I mean? Vay saying, I have lots of opinions. Most of them no one wants to hear. Like, well, I do. Miss Madison saying, hey, Crackleberry, new to you all. Thank you to everyone for being kind and welcoming. V saying, pretty nails, thank you. Miss Madison saying, nails look great, warrior. V saying hi to Miss Madison. Patty, doing great since I found you all. Oh, well, that really makes my heart, you know, just lovely. Looks great. Your nails, like the grey. It's actually like a purpley colour. So one's purple and one's this really lovely cerise pink. I'm a qualified beautician, but I haven't done my nails for a while, so I just thought I'd do them today, seeing as it's been raining all day. You're a lovely gang of warriors. Happy to be part of it, is Miss Madison. That's lovely. Thank you, sweetheart. I can't have any nails, unfortunately. Do they not grow, or mine get to this length and then they all break right down into the nail bed, and I have to, these are my own nails, but they break right down in the nail bed and they're ever so painful, and I have to cut them all down. English is saying she needs the works. V is saying, CJ, I'm still waiting for you to come to, is that California? Does that stand for? And fix me up. Book me the flight. I'm on my way. Oh, yes. I always forget you play the harp, V. Crackleberry Cottage. Crackleberry Cottage is V. And so instead of me stumbling over Crackleberry Cottage all the time, I just call her V so we know who everybody is. Miss Madison saying, take me with you. Harp, wow. Yeah, that must be an awesome thing to do. So what were your thoughts on got lines going through my thumbnails? That's not I do know what it is, but I've had a semi-migraine all day. I will come back to you on that, English. I need to check it out. It's not calcium. I'll come back to you on that. I can't remember. Playing the harp is hard on the hands, Faye. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah, I will come back to you on that, English. I want to know, what did you think of the? No, right. I've got to rewind. I need to ask you all a question. I would like to. Oh, Miss Madison is saying it's lack of calcium, English. So, yeah, we could check that out. Yeah, rewind to what I have been wanting to say for a while. How do you feel about me talking about different topics, as I did with the Dylan Mulvaney thing, which is obviously nothing to do with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue? Now, the fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue is something I'd wanted to do all my life, and it's not going anywhere. But I would quite like to talk about, oh yes, Miss Madison's come up with hot topics. I need a name. I need a name so that if people come to my channel for fibro information, they'll get that. But if they're coming for, it could be latest celebrity news, what's going on in the world, like the coronation today, what's going on with Dylan Mulvaney. And it's getting worse because I just literally heard on the news, right, on the radio, get this, Dylan Mulvaney is saying he wants the law changed so that if people don't call him his preferred pronouns. He wants people to be I don't know, fined, taken to jail. What? What the fuck? How could you police that? And I don't know. I don't know what you all think. Thank you, V. I will not comply with pronouns, nor will I. It's too confusing. It's not grammatically correct, so that when you want to say something, if you say that one person is they, it makes no bloody sense, does it? How does that ever make any sense? We're just going crazy. Have I missed anybody's comment? Let me know. Miss Madison, I don't have fibro, but watch to learn. So the new topics have me hooked. Got to shoot off now. Love and light to everyone. Love and light to you, darling. Lovely for you to be here. Thank you. V is saying, I like the new topics as well because sometimes I don't want to think about fibro. Exactly. It's depressing. There's a limited amount that I can talk about without repeating myself. And it lightens the mood a bit. You know, I try to inject a bit of humour here and there. And English is saying who what? I'm sorry. Miss Madison, it's nice to have distractions to keep us going through this wild thing we call life. Yep, for sure. It's lovely to see you. Please come again. Yeah, we're talking about English. You know, well, you may not know. Younger generation mostly want to be called, like Sam Smith, the singer, wants to be referred to as they, but he is one person. And Dylan Mulvaney is a man. He still has all his male bits and pieces, but he wants to be called she. But he is a man. He is not a girl. And I don't know what I've got to say here to stop him coming after me. So be careful. I've had warning from YouTube about the comments. Am I swearing or what I'm discussing? That's worrying. After what English has just said about being careful, I need to know whether it's because of swearing or because of the topic I'm discussing. No, in the week. But what was it about English? Do you know what was said wrong? I'm a bit worried now. Oh, okay. Yeah. My opinion on those two will remain my opinion. I'm not, no, that's a subject. Politics, medication, and that couple, no, sorry, not discussing. So that's fine. So hopefully I can talk about Dylan Mulvaney then. So Dylan Mulvaney is a man. He dresses as, calls himself a girl. He prances around. I did a video on it, English, and explained it all. But it's we're getting to the point where women are being pushed out of the picture and men want to go into women's restrooms even though they have their male anatomy. And we are being pushed out and being called cis women. CIS. No, no. I am a woman. I'm just a woman. I'm not a cis anything. I'm a woman. Yes, bang on English. Women are being silenced. That's what they want to do. And that's why I'm speaking up on behalf of women, real women everywhere. Trans women who have transitioned, I have absolutely no issue with at all. No issue at all. I don't understand what it's like to be born in the wrong body, but each to their own. My issue is men dressed as a woman going into a restroom where there are young children. And I actually had a comment. What's Patty laughing at? I insist that she has a baby. Same here, and I am not a birthing person and a chest feeder. A chest feeder? But we need to speak up. And I was so incredibly lucky. I have come across a lady called Just Jen, and I will link her YouTube account. Now, she has 265,000 thousand subscribers. I asked her to watch my video. Never expected to hear a word. I really didn't. She's watched it. She's commented on it. And I'm blown away. Absolutely blown away that somebody with that many subscribers could be could be bothered with a little hello darling, could be bothered with a tiny little channel like mine. But people are speaking up about it in the US, but they're not speaking up about it in the UK. And that's what's worrying me. Well, I said, yeah, that's great. I know, V. I know. It's blown my mind that somebody with 265,000 subscribers has bothered watching my video. It's just, English is saying, Crackleberry, thanks for the tip. I am anemic anyway, should check it out. Is it anemia? I'm really, yeah, not sure on that. Could be. Could be lack of B12. Sorry, I'm dodging all over the place. I've also come to the conclusion that I have ADD. Now, I worked with students with autism, ADD, Asperger's for 10 years. Now, I've never been able to sit still. Yeah, going back, staying on this subject, yes, V. They aren't speaking up enough about it here in the States, I can tell you that. Well, I've seen Megyn Kelly talking about it, V. I've seen Candace Owens talking about it. I'm not being disrespectful. I mean it, the subject, not it, him, her. But in the UK, I am not seeing anyone talking about it. I'm just not. And for me, that's a worry. The thing is, I'm getting on, and we need to speak to our adult children, male and female, about what's going on and make them aware before some law is passed and you can no longer be breastfeeding. You've got to be a chest feeder. No. I mean, me speaking up isn't going to, as I say, I've lost some, I've got a really dry mouth. I'm really sorry. I have lost some subscribers. I did think that might happen. Nevertheless, I stand by what I've said, because I saw a comment, and I have to be very careful about how I word this, but I saw a comment. It was either from Eternal Flame or Laurie. I think it was either of those two friends, saying that a trans man had gone into a girl's restroom and was, I guess I can say the word, masturbating in there for everyone to see as the girls were going in and out. I'd have him by his throat and out of there as fast as his legs would move him. V saying, I agree, I fuss at my daughters all the time about this. Guys, if I miss any of your comments, just will you repeat them for me, please? V is saying, my 16-year-old granddaughter is a swimmer, and I live in fear they will let boys into the dressing room. Well, what about Riley? Is it Riley Gaines? And I hope I'm not offending anybody. I mean, no offense, honestly, no offense to genuine trans people. But when you've got a man in the ladies' restroom masturbating in front of people coming in, would you want your 6-year-old daughter seeing that? I mean, it's this is what my issue is. That's exactly what my issue is. And there's another person who I am not going to name, but Just Jen has done a short video on this person, and I will link it down below for you to see, and it's very, very worrying indeed. This person, because I'm not naming them, I guess I can say something, trying to get children to contact them. Well, that English, yeah, chop it off. That's exactly, it's just, it's a vast issue to discuss, really, isn't it? Because from a point of view of not wanting I don't have grandchildren yet, but if I did, I mean, I don't want them seeing somebody, a man in a woman's dress with really badly applied makeup, which makes it look very odd, doing that in the bathroom. And it's how far has this got to go before someone big speaks up and takes the risk? That's the word I was trying to think of. And takes the risk I've taken of losing friends because of what I discuss, or because I'm talking about changing the channel slightly. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'll put a video up asking, what do people think? I desperately don't want to lose my channel, but it's getting to the point where I've discussed pretty much as I can with the fibro stuff. And, I love chatting to you all. You mean the world to me, you really do. And I want to keep chatting to you. So the only way I could think about it was doing something like heading it up differently. So the fibro stuff would stay under fibro stuff. And then somebody I was talking to came up with a really good CJ Hot Topics. And then I could put underneath that what I'm going to talk about. And then if you're not interested in that subject, nobody's forced to watch something they don't want to. I would make it very clear, what I'm talking about. V, darling, thank you. I keep being told this, but I've built up the channel on the I'll be here even if we only talk about the weather. Thanks, Patty. I love you. English variety. Exactly. When I'm really low and depressed, I don't want to come on and talk about I'm in pain. I can't cope. It needs to be a bit of I still haven't told you my road rage incident. I don't think I can here because there was so much swearing in it. And actually not from me for a change, but 3 instances of road rage in the past few weeks, all over my disabled badge, which I legally have. It's in my name, it's in date, and it has my picture on the back of it. And I've had 3 people literally go mad at me because I don't look disabled. What's wrong with me then? Where's your badge? It's in the front of my car where it should be. Sorry, English. You need to mix it up, then it's interesting. That's kind of the vibe I wanted to go for, We're not all interested in the same things. So I'm thinking, put up the 3 road rage incidents. I'm really tripping over my words. Talk about that. There was something that happened fairly recently, and I really wanted to discuss it. And like I said, I've got this low-level migraine, and I can't, for the life of me, think what it was. It was something. It was something big going on in the world, and I really wanted to talk about it. And I thought, I don't know if I can. English, yes. On here, you'll get hurried. People ignore them. Yeah. Perhaps I didn't pick a very good topic to start with. I went in at the deep end, didn't I? V, I do have a fibro question I would like to put out to you all. Go for it, darling. Yeah, go for it. I hope I can answer it. Right, while you type your question in, V, I'm going to get a drink of water. My mouth is so dry I can't speak. I will be 2 seconds. Oh, gotta get out. Oh goodness me. Oh, sorry about that, guys. If any of you want to ask anything at all, there is no topic at all. I just did want to ask about the. I need more room here. I just wanted to ask your opinion about talking about different things. Does anyone find it helpful to go to the chiropractor on a regular basis? I had a pain in my head behind my left ear for 3 weeks that woke me up every night. I'm not far from London, V. My dad is in London and I really need to go and see him. I could have gone up to London today. I didn't have the interest. And it's all each to our own, isn't it? You know? So we've got Chicago in the house, London in the house, V, California in the house, and Southeast for me. Get that one stressed. A member of my family is a sports, kind of a sports physiotherapist, but she's not a physiotherapist. I can't remember. I'm really doing really well here, aren't I? She's a sports injury person, and she used to give me a regular massage. It hurt like mad, but I did feel better for it afterwards because it's my lower back. I mean, my body hurts from head to toe, but my back drives me mad. That is where my constant pain is, in my lower back. I did go to the chiropractor, Via saying, and it's now gone away. I'm wondering if I should go regularly. Go for it. Go for it. Well, you all have to try different things. I try not to, on my channel, suggest things that cost money. I try to suggest things that are available on the NHS here in the UK. But I just think is that Idleworld? Is it California, or have I got that massively wrong? It hurts, but goes, yeah. Mine did. And I wonder whether she was doing a deep tissue massage, because my son, I used to drive him to work every day before he got his license. He's passed his test and he's got his own car now, but for 3 years I drove him to work. And on the way to work, there was a hotel with a spa. And one day he said to me, "You're not going straight home from here," and handed me this voucher, and he'd paid for a massage for me at this spa. I mean, whoa, beautiful, absolutely beautiful spa. Lovely masseuse, is it called? Lovely lady that did my massage. I said, I'm in pain, I have fibromyalgia, please can you not go mad? Don't do a deep tissue. Could you do a more gentle one? And she was brilliant. She kept checking in on me, are you okay with this pressure? Are you okay with that? And it was so lovely. I was really naughty afterwards, and I booked in for a facial, which I never have. Never. I mean, they're real luxuries. And I had a facial there because it was so relaxing music. It was lovely and warm. It was such a lovely gift. It really was. Thanks for, California. In the mountains, yeah. I know you're in the mountains, but I wasn't sure if CA was California or not. I thought it was. Oh, Venus massage. I would recommend, I'm not saying you've got to do it, never do. I would recommend trying a soft tissue massage, comparing the two and deciding if the chiropractor is better than the soft tissue massage. But when you go to a spa, the bed was comfortable, lovely soft music playing in the background. She'd got some candles lit, and it was just so lovely. I mean, the fact that my son had booked me as like a spa treatment, he is amazing. Both of my children are, but to just spring that on me and say you're going for, I've treated you. And I liked the lady so much. That's why I booked in for the facial. And again, I was very, very happy with the facial. And she did a bit of a neck massage when she did the facial. So it was a really, really lovely thing to have done. And I felt wonderful afterwards. I felt absolutely wonderful afterwards. English, you all crack me up. V's saying she's in the mountains, and English is saying she sees blocks of flats. Oh, I'm sorry, darling. They have lots of spas down in the desert, but they are pricey. Yeah. Chiropractor is only $25. No candles or incense, though. Yeah, you have to do you. Let me pop this down. You have to do what works for you, and I say try whatever you can afford to do. If I could afford, I mean that massage was not cheap. I happened to accidentally see the price because I booked the facial, and when I saw how much he'd paid for it, £35 for a half-hour massage. And this, we're going back more than 2 years now. But I did feel absolutely fantastic afterwards. I've been to what are they called? It's not a chiropractor. It's another back specialist. God, I can't think of any words today. This is awful. So I might be in the mountains, but I have a senior trailer park right behind me. We're all coming. We're all on our way. Just book the flights. I tried to talk to my daughter into becoming a chiropractor, but she decided on ultrasound instead. I'd sleep in a tent. I don't mind. I wouldn't. No, I couldn't sleep. I've never been camping in my whole life. No thanks. What is it? English, help me out here. What is the person that does the back massages, but they're not called chiropractors, they're called something else. I've got to check it out. It's driving me mad. Oh, come on, what's it called? Yeah, there's deep tissue back massage, lower back massage. Oh, I went to see this guy anyway, and it cost me a lot of money. It was 50 quid for less than half an hour, and all he did was hurt me. It was horrendous. He'd been recommended by loads and loads of people. I went to see him, and he just was really hurting me. And I said, "This is really hurting," and he said, "Well, that's okay, because it will, it will make you feel better." I should have known better than to trust somebody that doesn't know anything about fibromyalgia. Oh gosh, what are these people called? Back, what would you call it? Maybe they've changed their name to a chiropractor, and that's what I'm thinking of. But I'm thinking it's something beginning with an O for some reason. Bear with, guys. No, not, it's something like osteopathy. Osteopath. Duh. Osteopath. Yes, it did begin with an O. That's what I was thinking about. The osteopath was good. I just went for like a review thing. Chromatosaurus. Oh, you said osteopath, Patsy, and I'm so busy looking it up. Oh, goodness me. I'm just doing brilliant today, aren't I? Oh. Yeah, they say no pain, no gain, but if they're not doing the right thing to your back, they'll make you worse. That's my worry. Yeah, this guy, he was an absolute know-it-all, wouldn't let me speak, absolutely full of himself. And he wasn't cracking my bones, but almost. And it really was hurting. And I'm thinking, God, I'm paying £50 for this. And I didn't have the cash on me. And he kept going on and on and on about the money. And I said, I will, and he wanted it bank transferred, which is not on for a business, a bank transfer. And I couldn't get onto my online banking, and he hassled me for that money. I paid him the same day, but it was a couple of hours afterwards, and he didn't stop asking me for that money. So I wouldn't have gone back in a million years. Yeah, Faye. It's a fine line between pain and gain when exercising and so forth. That's what I 100% agree with. For me personally, I don't agree with really hard workouts, high intensity training workouts for people with fibromyalgia, because I think all it does is hurt our bodies and leave us in pain. That's my experience. But I'm not a gym person. Yoga is fabulous. It is absolutely fabulous. And you don't need to get into all sorts of downward dog and salute to the sun. You don't need to do all of that. Just some stretching and some meditation. Slow and steady. And that's what I advocate for fibromyalgia. But people do tell me with fibro, they go to the gym and it does them good. And that's great. That's absolutely great. But for somebody that's newly diagnosed and wants to know a way forward, good boy, I would definitely advocate try yoga, a beginner's yoga class first. I tried yoga, but I have vertigo, and when I lay down, I get dizzy and nauseated. Oh, that's a shame. You don't have to lay down. There are standing poses. Are you dizzy, like just on your feet all the time? Good boy, good boy. Yeah, I know. So somebody coming past. Which we're all coming to see you, V. We're getting the flight booked. We're all coming. Yeah, yoga isn't for everybody, but you can actually do some exercising sitting on a chair. You can. It's so adaptable. You can adapt how much you do, how long you do it for. If you did it 5 minutes a day and built it up, I can't do the standing poses anymore because I fall over. I used to be able to stand, lift my leg, put my foot inside my thigh, and then stand up. I can't even take my foot that much off the floor, and I'm over completely. I have no balance at all. You ready for us all to come, are you? We're not joking, V. We're coming. Patty, your GP, general practitioner, is an osteopath. That was the word that was bugging me. He trained me to do stretches in the shower. What a great idea to release the tension that is causing my back pain. I'm going to try that. Because I know what kind of things to do yoga-wise that won't. I'll be careful, when I try it. But obviously the heat then and the water, which is soothing, It's fantastic. Yeah, V, I'm not going to read that comment out because I'm not getting taken down. I've honestly really got to be careful. You guys can read V's comment, but I can't comment on it. I have no comment. English could sleep under a tree. I can't sleep. This week, I've gone at least 3 nights without even dozing off. Not dozing off at all. Wide awake all night. And little one, puppy dog, sleeps on the bed with me. And every time I get up, even if I creep out of the room like that, the minute I'm out of bed is, where you going? Where you going? Wants to come down. I'm down here at 3 a.m. having a coffee. Very often. I cannot sleep. Yeah, Patty, I can't say it, love. I'm actually being serious. Absolutely serious. I can't. No, sorry, can't. I'm really sorry. I sleep 1 hour on and off all night. Machines drives me mad. Oh yes, of course. English for your thing. It's up to you if you want to say. Where's my? Bear with. I'm not being funny with you guys about not being able to discuss because, yeah, those that can't be named. I've already put myself out there enough with the Dylan Mulvaney thing, so just got to be really careful. It's a shame Laurie's not here because she's got some great stories. But I was thinking about things that I could talk about with you all, and I started to make some notes earlier. So I do occasionally write something down. Let's see what I put down. Why have so many people got allergies now? That was something I wanted to talk about. I wanted to discuss what we used to call back in the day make, do and mend. So, and recycling. I recycle everything. So the tea towels that you have for drying your cutlery and your chinaware, what I do is I use them and use them and use them. And then when they get horrible, I cut them into squares and make them into cloths to wipe the surfaces down. And then when that gets, and I boil them, just pour boiling water in and soda crystals, and then to keep them clean. And then when they've got beyond that, I'll keep them for mopping bits up off the floor. So that's one tea towel does all of that. But we don't do that anymore. And back in my day, when the television broke, you got it repaired. You didn't replace it. You didn't go out and buy a new one. You got it repaired. And I used to wear, I don't know what you call them in the US, guys, the stiletto heel shoes. So I'd have a 3.5 inch stiletto, excuse me, stiletto heel that I used to wear for work. And my children remember me going and getting my shoes rehealed Fun fact, I just found out I'm related to one of the original pilgrims. Whoa. Have I missed any comments other than ones that those cannot be named? Sorry, I'll scroll up because I've missed something that Patty said. Yeah, borrow a jet. English, you think you're Roman descent? My paternal, no, my maternal grandfather was Scottish, and I was petrified of him, absolutely petrified. And my parents are from London. My dad's still in London. My parents are divorced. So I think that's as far as it goes. But when they play the bagpipes, it always makes me cry. I get really, really emotional at the bagpipes. So have you found out any more about the pilgrims, V? I'm 25% Scottish and had no idea. Okay, then I can do a Welsh accent. I can't do any, and well, I can do Australian, throw another shrimp on the barbie, and I can do a Welsh accent. So I can say I got a cracking headache. I have. It's real bad, you know. Once I start talking in a Welsh accent, I just can't stop myself. I am related to John Aidan through my dad's side. English, you're on fire today. She thinks she's the Milkmans. Oh dear. Do you know, I've never been. I had a friend that was really, really interested in her ancestry and was going back years and years. But it's not something that interests me. But you know, each to their own, and I'm always interested to hear things. Just sent your info into the Mayflower Society. I think here it's called. I think randomly it's called ancestry.com, but I just not that bothered or that interested. Is that bad of me? Don't know. I'm going to be completely honest with you here, V, and I may be embarrassing myself, but it wouldn't be the first time. Who is that Alden or Aidan? It's a shame I can't make the chat bigger. I could put myself in a corner and have the chat up on the screen, and you wouldn't have to look at me. Julius Caesar. Hang on, what have I missed? Have I missed something? I'm so sorry I can't talk about those that cannot be named because we could have a wonderful conversation. But nah, I can't take the risk. These glasses aren't helping at all. The writing is so tiny. John Alden. I don't know who John Alden is. My husband thinks I am nuts for doing ancestry, but I find it fascinating. Well, that's the whole point of me wanting to change my channel slightly to discussing other subjects, because what is it? One man's rubbish is another man's gold, something like that. We all. I love fashion. I love clothes. I love putting outfits together. I've got a knack of doing it really cheaply without looking cheap. Oh, little one's snoring. Puppy dog's snoring. Patty, my dad's side of the family is from England. Whoop, whoop. They came over to America in the 1730s. I have 4 great aunts. That's him making that noise. 4 great aunts that were hung during the witch trials. My daughter tells everybody I'm a witch, a white witch, because I'm not psychic, but I will think to myself, so-and-so is going to happen, and it does. Every time. I will be thinking, I haven't heard from whoever friend. I haven't heard from whoever, and literally the phone will ring. And it used to creep my daughter out massively, but now not only is she used to it, she's starting to get it as well. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, hanging. See, I would feel very unsettled if I found that in my history. Maybe that's why I don't want to. I don't want ignorance is bliss. My pug is snoring too. They get very blocked up, don't they? Their noses. The Chihuahua breed and the like the pure Chihuahua breed that doesn't have any other mixing with it. It's the way their noses and their head goes round, and the pug obviously has a much smaller nose, don't they? My pug is snoring too. Lucky you can't hear him on chat. That's awful about the hanging. Yeah, well, people didn't understand it, did they? They didn't understand that it was a bad thing, or that people do know that things are going to happen. CJ, I am a soap maker, and people think that I am a witch because of that. What? I'm sorry, I don't understand that. I don't know what making soap has to do with being a witch, but I get that a lot. I need to research that. And all that's got to do with it. Yeah, we were in the car. There was one time that I remember distinctly because of my daughter's reaction. We were in the car and I said, I haven't heard from my mate Steve for ages. And literally within minutes, my phone rang. And I said to my daughter, because I was driving, can you see who that is? And she said, no, I'm too scared. I said, can you just tell me who it is? And it was Steve. It happens to me so much. If we were witches, we could fly on our brooms. One Halloween, no, it wasn't Halloween. but it had been, and I'd got one of the kids' broomstick things by the door, and this young lad came round. I can't remember what he came for, and I said, "Oh, I ride that home," and he looked at me as if his dad was there, and he looked at me as if to say, not sure. And I said, yeah, I do. I said, I ride that home every night, and I go out on it. And he was only a little one, but he was completely mind blown by the thought I was riding this broom. If he's saying good idea, Patty, it's all because women, real women, are more, I can't speak today, empathic than men. Yeah. And I also think that a lot of us with childhood trauma are empaths. We've done a switcheroo and we're empaths. So I think that has a lot to do with it as well. Is everybody okay for time? If anybody needs to go, please do speak up. If anyone's got any questions, speak up. If anyone wants to discuss anything, just let me know. I also think sorry to mention this English. I was also going to say becoming mothers, because I'm so sorry about your son. I think becoming mothers gives us an extra edge on the caring side. I couldn't have worked with the students I worked with before I was a mum. I never would have been able to handle that job as well as I did before I was a mum. Definitely. Yeah. English, do you need to go? Please feel free. If anybody, if you need to move around and stuff, I can't move around, unfortunately, because not only am I squashed into a corner, I've got the microphone and the ring light and everything, so I can't move. V, be right back. I have to take. That's cool. That's fine. English, so time. Well, I'm very conscious of the fact that in the US and Canada, which is where Laurie and someone else is from, that we're 8 hours ahead of them. So I have to bear in mind that, but also my daughter's invited me out tomorrow evening. So it would have to be early afternoon. And I don't know if Patty or V could do the morning, which I'm not great for. Could you do Monday, English? I could do any time Monday. See, it happened. Or Monday. I can do Monday for sure, definitely. I'm up at all hours, Patty. Great. Patty, can you let me know, what are you in front, behind? What time is it now? It's just coming up for 7:30 in the evening here. So time. If I say on Monday, approximately 2:00, it will have to depend on my pain. For you, Patty, it's 1:30 in the afternoon. Okay, but would you be all right for Monday, about around 2-ish? Obviously, if I'm not well enough, I will let you know early doors that I can't do the live. But yeah, if I've got it planned, well, I'll let you know either way. Patty, you can do that. It's great. I'm waiting for V to come back. I'll try and get in touch with Laurie and ask her as well. And I can't remember. Wasn't there someone else on our previous live as well? I can go back and check. I feel like I've been awful today. I haven't remembered anything. I've really got this awful headache, and I'm really struggling. English, have a nice time tomorrow, and bye to all the readers, all the friends. So English is saying goodbye to you all. Bye, sweetheart. Monday, 2:00. I've got to write it down. I have to write it down. Make a promise and forget. So I've got to write it down. I will let you know in the morning, Monday morning, whether I'm okay to do it or not. Is that all right? Monday, 2 p.m. My friends. Fantastic. He can't walk, so I have to carry him everywhere. V's saying goodbye, English. I don't know if she's already gone. Sorry, puppy dog is being brilliant, but when people walk past, there's a little stool. He jumps up on the stool, gets up on to the sofa here, and he can see out the window. And somebody just walks past, and he goes crazy. And if it's the postman, boy, does he go crazy. V, I think you might have missed. English has had to go. I need to take some meds. So we were talking about doing 2:00 Monday, 2:00 Monday afternoon. Is that going to be awful timing for you? English, okay, wish you all happy Sunday. We'll pop on Monday to see if you're about. Bye, darling. I will do my absolute utmost to be here. But I'm just saying, you know what it's like, me falling over, doing my ankle in. You never know what you're going to get with me. Patty, love you all. See you Monday too. Bye, sweetheart. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being here, guys. I've been on my own all day, and it's been a rotten day. So thank you. You've made it lovely. I don't know what I'm doing Monday yet, but if around, I will join in. Okay, V, great. Have you? Yeah. V is saying bye, Patty. So we'll end in a couple of minutes. We'll aim for 2:00 Monday. Yeah, I haven't been able to get out of that depression, V. It's been a long ass depression and a really deep one. And then I was just starting to come out of it and did my ankle in, and the pain from that has been unreal. And you just get up a bit and you get hit down, you get up a bit, you get hit down. And the bruises coming out from my fall, my carpet is about this thick. I hit the ground and I'm utterly bruised all down my left side still, even 2 weeks on. So yeah, well, pain does affect your mood. doesn't it, sweetheart? Because, like, I know I can't think of things because of brain fog and fibro fog, but this low level migraine that I've had for days now, days and days and days, just won't go away. Do you use arnica on your bruises? I don't, V, to be honest. And I saw my daughter's legs yesterday covered in bruises. And I know that can be a sign of something very serious. But I just think it's us. Her and I are twins with how we both think we've got ADD. I know about arnica. It brings the bruise out, doesn't it? But I have so many on my body anyway that I'd be doing it all day. So I think it's just you and me now, V. So yes, that's how I was with the pain in my head. The longer it goes on, the crankier I get. I had this low level headache for weeks and weeks on end. And I drove somewhere and I looked over my shoulder for something to check on a cyclist or something, and something clicked in my neck, and then the headache went away. The click really hurt, and I was like, what was that? And then the headache went. But I'm really, really cranky when I'm stressed and in pain. Mostly the pain, yeah. How are you doing, V? Are you okay, love? Similar if you go into the chiropractor, that helps, yeah. But as you say, it's like none of this stuff is cheap, is it? So yes, thanks. Now I've got my neck cracked here. What we like. Okay, V, thanks for being here. I might as well finish up now. I mean, I love chatting to you, but this is weird because you can see me, I can't see you. No, but my back is absolutely killing me. But it wouldn't matter if I was sitting here, standing up, doing a very slow walk. The pain's there all the bloody time. It never, ever goes away. I was saying to somebody yesterday, I cannot, no exaggeration whatsoever, I cannot remember not having pain in my body somewhere. I can't remember. Have a great evening. Thank you, my darling. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you for being here. I always worry about doing these lives, but at least we've planned this one a bit further ahead. So I think what I might do next time is make myself into a little box down here and have the chat on the screen rather than my ugly mug. Okay, sweetheart. Thanks for coming here. It's been lovely. They are, aren't they? Hopefully we all get something out of it, and I get to talk. I could get a gold medal in talking. So I'll see you soon. Hopefully, if you're around, I'll catch you Monday. Love you too, my darling. Namaste. God bless. Take care. And hopefully see you all on Monday. Bye. Love you.